It's a pretty solid hunk of meat. I mean, look, don't take this in a weird way, but if you were to cut off my fucking quad and hamstring together, how long would that feed a family of 4? A week? A few days? I guess it depends on the family. You know, maybe a Japanese family of 4 would last a month, and an American family of 4 would last maybe a day. Not a self-roast on the USA, but I mean, I can't deny statistics. So, it's like, are you not afraid that you're going to rip your knee off? Which, honestly, I mean, that's a valid question. I think I might have touched on this before, but it's kind of all about comfortability, you know? As you progress, you should kind of get a bit of a spidey sense for how capable you are on a specific movement. Leg days like that make me want to look up the price of like a commercial gym leg extension and a commercial gym hamstring curl to put in the basement with the home gym. But then I look at the price of them and I go, oh, maybe not. Maybe I'll just drive to the Y. Maybe I'll just drive to Metro. Nearly fully cocked. Fully cocked. No. Near fully cooked. And I do not need bigger glutes. They're big enough. I want my quads and my hamstrings to really thicken up. I don't need a bigger dump truck. I want it to feel like I'm gonna rip my triceps off. In a good way. Not in a fucking Larry Wheels featured video kind of way. If you get what I'm saying. I don't know if I understand you guys. How could you not hit legs? I know that you guys are still in the general lifting enthusiast population. So that means that all standard stereotypes are going to apply to you. But how often are you skipping legs? And in a worst case scenario, if you can count on one hand the amount of times that you have hit legs, you know, in the last, few months, yeesh. Oh man, and I know some of you guys are out there too, because all jokes are not just originated out of nowhere for no fucking reason. You know, the reason people joke about that is because it's fucking true. A lot of those guys who have monstrous fucking legs, I'm talking old open bodybuilder dudes, you know, they were doing lighter weight, higher reps, really going for more of a burn. And I've kind of heard the same thing. So I'm starting to think I should kind of change the way that I go about my quad training. If you tell me that you skipped your leg day, or you tell me some shit like, oh, today was supposed to be leg day, but, I mean, unless you got a good reason, I'm just going to listen to that and say, yikes. I might not say that in my head, but that's what I'm thinking for sure. Largest pair of 80s parachute pants you can think of. I want those to be tight. Now, will I reach that level? Doesn't matter. It does not matter, right? No matter where your goal is in terms of its height or how delusional it may seem, you still got to aim for it and figure out whether or not you'll get there later. So, no matter what your leg day looks like, if you're a leg press fanatic, or if you just love sitting down on leg extension and camping out there, no matter what you do, as long as your sets are hard, you load up your quads with a good amount of weight, you finish with a gnarly pump to the point where even just doing like a body weight squat, like your quads almost don't even want to bend, then you had a good leg day. If you asked me this like a year ago, then I'd have the complete opposite response. Because I have been under the impression that I like squatting first. Like do a little bit of leg extensions to warm up, and then squat first when I'm freshest and I can move around the most weight. But as of late, now I've been kind of flipping the switch on that opinion. I like squatting with a quad pump. Even if it's not like fully pumped, it's just a different sensation almost. It's just kind of more of a burn. I'm following any enlightened lifters, level 1 knowledge. If it hurts, don't do it. Let's go check the pump. That's still a good leg day. But anytime something feels off, look, maybe if something feels kind of funky, it's like a 10% chance you're fine and you push through it. But more likely than not, you're probably just doing more damage to whatever kind of minor thing you've got going on and making it worse and worse and worse. Hard leg day, they are rare. And I'm not saying they're rare like for me specifically. I mean just in general for the lifting populace. Right? It's no fucking wonder that skipping leg day is such a fucking prevalent joke. It's because everybody does it. Because let's say you've been training legs with maybe moderate to low intensity, you're not going to get any fucking results. So anybody that does do legs on a consistent basis probably isn't really hitting them hard enough to stimulate a ton of growth. So they're like, I got small legs, fuck it, whatever, skip them. Who gives a shit?